Hello everyone, and welcome to a short video discussing the semester STEP project for FSHN 120. This STEP project is structured to help you reflect on dietary choices and how they impact health. The STEP project has 12 steps. Regardless of if you use the traditional project where we analyze 3 days of food intake with MyFitnessPal or the alternative step, both are designed to help you reflect on dietary choices and how they impact health in general. So, how can you best prepare for the steps? We want you to watch, interact, and ask questions. We want you to watch this video paying close attention to the recommendations and the general information that I'm sharing with you in these short few minutes. We want you to interact with your book. You can go through page by page, taking notes as it walks you through concepts that we will talk about in class. And we encourage you to stop into the virtual tutoring center or meet with Tony if you have any questions. Also, as a little tip, we recommend that you try using our Arist AI chatbot to ask any questions regarding the course content or the structure of the class. So just as a little teaser for some of the course content we're going to get to later, I want to share with you the 5 principles of a healthy diet. They are adequacy, variety, balance, moderation, and nutrient density. So when we get to step 12, we're going to ask you to reference the principles of a healthy or healthful diet. You should only be referencing these specific terms. Adequacy means you're getting enough of the nutrients that you need in the day. Variety means you're choosing different foods daily. Balance means regardless of what dietary pattern you're choosing, such as the Mediterranean diet, if you're vegetarian, vegan, the healthy plate diet, we want you to select foods from each food group or alternate foods that would meet that nutritional need. We want you to understand that moderation is controlling the portion size of any food you take into your body. You don't want to eat excess amounts of, for example, Brussels sprouts. That would make you sick. And if you're choosing foods, we want to encourage you to choose foods that are nutrient dense, meaning high in vitamins and minerals and low in overall calories, so that you yourself can make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck for the calories that you're consuming. And you're getting as many phyto and zoochemicals and micronutrients as possible into your system to allow for best health and well-being. Let's take a look at the individual step assignments. Each step has a different objective, so what I want you to do is flip through your book and review all 12 steps. Know what is needed for success before you even begin the first step. If you're turning in a project and the project asks you to reflect on what characteristic of a healthy diet is most difficult for you, you need to make sure you understand the definitions of those characteristics and also that you're referencing scientifically accurate terms, specifically the ones we've discussed in class. Let's take a peek at step 1 here. At the very top, it says if you have any concerns, we do have an alternate step project for you, which we'll discuss in the next few slides. This specific step assignment will have you analyze the food that you're taking in throughout the day. It'll ask you maybe to use reputable sources such as nutrition facts panels to really understand what macro and micronutrients you're consuming. By the end of chapter 1, you should be able to find those reputable sources and use them to understand what you're taking in throughout the day. Just want to throw out a sensitive content warning about the STEP project. The traditional STEP project involves the analyzing of 3 days worth of food for the whole semester and then interacting with MyFitnessPal. We're going to be looking at different components of the food, different energy levels that the food gives us. Some of this content might be triggering for some individuals for who, example, have body dysmorphia, have a history of disordered eating, have obsessive thoughts about food, or they've had a doctor recommend them not to track food intake, or they've had a past with extreme dieting. If you fall into any of these categories, we would highly recommend that you do the alternative step projects. We care most about your holistic health, which includes your mental health, and we just want you to do well and be well and succeed in what you're doing. So that being said, we do have an alternate step project. This alternative step project looks at how nutrition impacts a disease or disease state. What you're going to do is walk step by step through your project until the final production of a video, which is going to showcase all of the information that you've gathered throughout those 12 steps. So this alternative step You have to get permission from Tony in order to complete them. We want to make sure that everyone who does the alternative step project is choosing a different disease and not the same disease that might have been done before. This is because we want a comprehensive set of videos that we can reference in the future. So the very last step, step 12, is going to be a summation and reflection of all that you've learned and applied in the previous 11 steps. For the traditional project, it's going to ask you if you're setting yourself up for the best health possible, why or why not. We hope that you would use all of the feedback and answers and sources that you used in the previous 11 steps to answer this assignment. For the alternative step project, in the other 11 steps, you will have created an infographic, collected interviews, and done other research on the disease that you've chosen. You're going to be compiling all of this information into a short video that you'll then submit to us. We hope that through this whole step project experience that you are constantly trying to close that feedback loop and pay close attention to the feedback we're giving you in grading so that each time you can do better and better and better and learn as much as you can from this class and this project experience. By the end of this step project experience, we hope that you've learned something about how nutrition can impact your health. If not your health, how nutrition can impact the health of those around you. We hope that you will ask questions and bring every bit of knowledge into this experience and apply yourself well so that you can learn as much as you can through this project. Again, feel free to ask any questions in the virtual tutoring center or make an appointment with Tony if you need. We are here for you and we're excited to go through this project with you this semester.